Okay, students, here's your lessons over radicals. The first thing you need to do when you're simplifying radicals is to make a square root list, a perfect square list, which would be the following. This would be 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, 6 squared, 7 squared, all the way up to 12 squared, which is 144. Once you make that list, then you look at the radical and you see what it is. This is the square root of 25. 25 is a perfect square, so you know that the answer is 5. 50, you look for it's not a perfect square, so you start here and you ask yourself which one of these factors will divide into 50 evenly. So as you work down the list, 25 does. It's 25 times 2, circle the 25, and that comes out as 5. And 2 is what's left over on the inside because it won't come out. 20 would be 4 times 5. Circle the 4, bring it out as a 2, the square root of 4 is 2, and you got the square root of 5 left. 80, 64 won't go into 80, 49 won't, 36 won't, 25 won't, 16 will. So if you're not sure how many times it goes in there, then you go 80 divided by 16, so it's 16 times 5. Square root of 16 is 4, so that comes out as a 4, and you got 5 left over on the inside. 98, starting here, that won't divide into it, that won't divide into it. 49 times 2. The square root of 49 is 7, so your answer is 7 square roots of 2. So that's how you do that. Now, next one, 4 square roots of 18. We're going to let you do that one here. 4 square roots of 18, if there's a number out front, all you do is break down the number inside, which would be 9 times 2. Circle the 9. When you bring it out, it gets multiplied times the 4, to get 8 square roots of 2. 2 square roots of 75. 75 breaks down into 25 times 3. Square root of 25 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10, so you get 10 square roots of 3. Okay, go ahead and finish these last ones and make sure you get them right. Pause this whenever you need to and go back and check them. Now let's go to the back side and we're going to quickly go over simplifying variables with radicals. When you simplify variables that are inside the radical, you do the following. Square root of x squared, there's 2 factors of x that come out as 1. So you basically take the exponent and divide it by 2. So your answer would be x. So if you have the square root of x to the 8th, there's 8 factors of x. 8 divided by 2 is 4, so it'd be x to the 4th power. So simply take them and divide the exponent by 2. However, if you get one that looks like this, there's 5 factors of x. If you divide it by 2, 4 of them would pair up to come out as 2 pairs, and that would leave the 5th factor inside the radical. So you think of it as 4 plus 1. The 5th factor stays in. The other 4 divided by 2 is 2 coming out. So let's try 2 more of these. Square root of x to the 11th. It's an odd power, so the 11th factor stays in. That leaves you 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So you get x to the 5th times the square root of x. If you have more than one variable, like this, you still do the same thing, but you just treat them individually. X to the 5th is an odd power, so the 5th factor stays in. The other 4 come out as x to the 2nd. Y to the 8th is an even power. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now you just had your practice on radicals. So go ahead and finish the front and back page of this for radicals, and I'll come right back with the lesson over the Pythagorean theorem. Thanks.